OSHI is an office dedicated to managing the security, safety, health, and environmental matters within the university. Our vision is to become the national leader in campus safety, health, and environment. What are our objectives? First of all, we have to ensure the safety for all within the campus. So meaning this includes students, staffs, contractors, and even the visitors. So basically, anyone entering the university, their safety and health is under our responsibility. Secondly, instilling a safety culture among the UBD community. Basically, this means we want to create awareness to everyone, especially the students, on the importance of safety and health. We want you to prioritize safety and health before you do any of your daily activities. So next is prevent unnecessary loss, including to life, disability, damage to property, and or financial loss. And lastly, to ensure the continuity of UBD core business. So as long as we achieve these objectives, we can ensure that UBD becomes a safer place for you to study, to work, and to learn in. Okay, this is a copy of our UBD health and safety policy. I'm not going to go through it. I just want to show you that we do have one. Okay, where is our office exactly? Okay, our office is located in the student center, the student affairs building. I think kalau kamu ada ikut campus tour, you might know where this is. We are actually planning to move to a new building, hopefully by next year. Our new office will be located at the male hostel building. So we'll update you once we move, okay? Okay, so what are the safety and health hazards that you might encounter while you are in UBD? Okay, first of all, hazard is defined as anything that can cause you harm or ill health. So some examples that I'll show you right now, such as physical hazards, exposure to extreme temperatures such as heat, or inhalation of fibers that can cause you lung irritation, biological hazards, exposure to viruses or other biological agents, chemical hazards, especially for those working in the lab, so exposure to toxic fumes or toxic chemicals, ergonomical hazards, so this can happen if you sit in front of the computer too long, so you start feeling back pain or your eyes start to hurt, so that's one of the ergonomical hazards. Psychological hazards, such as stress due to overwork and other factors. And safety hazards, such as fire, slip, trips or falls, construction hazards, and motor vehicle accidents. Other hazards include traveling, field trips, and research. So basically what I'm trying to say is every activity has their own unique hazard and risk. So it's up to the students. That's the kind of awareness that we're trying to encourage for you to identify those hazards and make sure that you take the necessary safety measures to reduce this risk to yourself and others. Okay, moving on to fire safety. Okay, smoking is absolutely 100% not allowed in the university, including the accommodations. Okay? Fire doors should always be kept closed to prevent the spread of fire and smokes during fire emergencies. And every building in the university is equipped with fire detection systems, such as the fire alarms, and firefighting equipment, such as the fire extinguishers and hose rails. You can actually see some of them right here in the Chancellor Hall at the back. Okay, I'm sure by now you all know where your faculty is, so take the time to familiarize where the location of these fire detection systems are, where the firefighting equipment are, and most importantly, where's your fire exits in the building, alternative escape routes, and the assembly points. I think usually the assembly points are usually at the parking spaces. So you can actually see there's a sign at the parking area that says assembly point. So that will be the designated assembly point for your building. So what do you guys do in case of fire emergency? Okay, when you hear the fire alarm, please don't panic. Okay, calmly evacuate to the nearest fire exits. Don't run, don't push anyone. Just go calmly and report straight to the assembly point. Don't use the elevators, please, okay? During fires, use the stairs. And make sure you don't go back into the building unless you are told to do so. And make sure don't try to put out the fire using the firefighting equipment unless you have been taught or you have been trained to do so. Okay, first aid. Actually, OSHE does conduct first aid workshops, especially to the staffs in the university every semester. Students can also request to be trained in first aid with melalui Institution of Health Sciences. So for those of you who are interested in learning about basic first aid, such as CPR or bandaging, please inform the Institute of Health Sciences. The reason we do this is because some students, they tend to organize field activities or visits off campus. So we usually advise them to set up their own health and safety team. So this team has to have someone who is knowledgeable in giving first aid. So what happens if someone requires first aid in your building? Okay, try to find who your local first aiders are. And if the injury is too serious or life-threatening, please call the ambulance immediately. Okay, the number is there, 911. Okay, in any kind of emergencies, this is very important. I'd like you all to remember this number. Okay, this number is the UBD hotline number. It connects straight to the security main gate. Okay, security main gate is, I think you've seen it this morning, the small cabin at the entrance, at the UBD entrance. That's the security main gate. So in any kind of emergencies, please call this number 2463-001 extension 3333 or the direct line 246-3333. The reason is because, firstly, if there's any emergency, we can deploy our security straight to the place of emergency, and they can give help, such as controlling the traffic flow, or they can even give first aid. Just to let you know, our security are also trained in first aid, just the basic training lah. So, secondly, of course, kalau sekiranya ada emergency and you've already called the ambulance or the fire brigade, so when the emergency services arrive in UBD, our security can guide them to the place of emergency. Okay, for instance, if there's a case, you guys call the ambulance and you say ada orang pingsan, our Faculty of Integrated Technologies. Orang luar kadang-kadang they don't know where the place is. So if you notify the security can guide them straight to the place of the emergency. Okay, make sure when you call this number, you call from a safe place and give as much information as you can, such as your name, your contact details, location, and type of emergencies. And also, please let them know if there are any person who are hurt during the emergencies. Okay, this is very important as well. During emergencies, please don't take any photos and post them on social media. Okay, this might incite panic and even misinformation and speculation. If you have any questions, you can ask the university or you can contact OSHE as well. Okay, road safety. I think this is a very important thing for us to highlight because we do get a few number of road accidents in UBD as well. If you take a look at the pictures, these are some of the cases that happened recently. So some of them are usually self-accidents or collision with other vehicles. So I think it's important for us to convey some road safety rules to everybody. Firstly, always wear your seatbelt. Okay, I know even if you are just driving within the campus, do make it a habit because this one small act can save your life or at least reduce the risk of major injuries. Okay, keep your car doors locked and please don't leave your valuables inside the car, especially your phones, your wallets or handbags. Don't speed around the campus because we do have students walking around and we do have contractors who walk from place to place. So please be vigilant and aware of your surroundings while you are driving within the university. Don't park in areas that is meant for handicapped or emergency vehicles because sometimes there are some students who park there when they block the entrance. So what happens is we have to find out who the driver is and that takes a lot of time. Okay? Because sometimes some students they park their car at this faculty but they go off with their friends somewhere else or they have another lecture in another building. So we don't want to waste time. Emergencies can happen anytime, so please do cooperate and park in the designated parking spaces. Also, please don't park on the sidewalks, don't park at the parking entrances. This is very dangerous. You might cause traffic congestion. Okay, riding bicycles in the university. We see Masani, banyak students use bicycles to get around the campus, which is good. It's good for the environment and it's good for your health as well. But please do remember your safety. Please use a helmet and a reflective vest when cycling. I know this looks not very cool, but it's for your own protection. Okay, don't ride inside the university on the walkways because sometimes we see students cycling inside and they're not very slow. They cycle very fast. So what happens is, if there are other students, they might collide with the other people in the university. So kalau boleh, just walk your bicycles inside or keep it locked out. Okay, obey the traffic rules and use hand signals to navigate around the campus. And make sure that your bicycle is parked and locked securely when you're not using it. Okay, moving on to safety signs. Okay, there are several safety signs around the university, so please take a look and follow them. They are there for a reason, such as the red safety signs. They're actually indicating prohibition, not allowed, such as the no smoking signs. Green safety signs indicate guidance, such as the fire exit signs. And blue means mandatory. So these signs, you can always find them at construction sites or even the laboratories. Okay, so take a look. Eye protection must be worn in this area. Yellow means warning. So just like the slippery floor signs that you see around the university. So please take note of all these safety signs. Reporting hazards and accidents. Okay. This is very important as well. This is the kind of thing that we strongly encourage students to do because OSHA, you can't depend on OSHA saja, okay? Safety is everyone's responsibility. We can't be everywhere at the same time. So we're kindly requesting for your help and cooperation to report anything that looks unsafe or hazardous. So when do you report hazards or accidents? Okay, all accidents and hazards should be reported as soon as possible. Why? Why do you need to report hazards? So that it doesn't escalate into accidents, so that accidents don't occur. So why do you report accidents? So that immediate help can be given and the area can be made safe and to make sure that this does not happen again. If you are a victim of a crime, please contact the police first, but also make a report to the university. Please remember everybody, you all have a right to say something something if you feel your safety or health is compromised in the university. Don't be afraid, because we want to make sure you are safe here. You'll be spending more than 90% of your time here in the university. So the least you can do is make it safe for you to study in. So how and who do you report to? Okay, we have a form. It's called a hazard incident report form. What you